Inside this boring brown cardboard shell, there comes a whole barrel of fun, inspired by a 1984 classic. We have a collaboration between Mattel and Hasbro, between Hot Wheels and the Transformers. The box itself looks very nice and pretty, very stylish, but it's what inside that counts. Ooh, look at that. All the way from the States is a prestigious piece of tissue paper. Now, there we are. We get a very, very pretty Optimus Prime in truck mode. It's a Hot Wheels car. What do you expect? But oh, no. There's more to it than that, isn't there? After all, it says it on the box, doesn't it? More than meets the eye. Okay, so let's take a look at it then, shall we? I'll be boring and start with the instructions. I like that it's very reminiscent of the original instructions whilst also being new and its own thing. One other thing I do like about this is that, judging by these instructions, this transforms exactly the same way as the original G1 toy. But we'll find out about that in a moment, won't we? There we are. Underneath the instructions, we are treated to an extra inner tray for the bubble and a gun. Now I'm going to move the larger box out of the way so that we can focus entirely on the toy itself. Now then, this toy is boasting collector-friendly packaging. Now, do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? That means that we can take it out of the box. We can have a little play with it. And then we can put it back in the box and nobody would ever know. That's the whole point of collector-friendly pocket packaging. Shall we take a look at that wonderful card? Now, it pretty much is just an unused card back. You've obviously got your space there for where there would be a bubble that would hold a die-cast model, but it's never been affixed. And then the back of the card art is more like the original Transformers packaging. So, you can display like this. If you're a Hot Wheels collector, or you can display like this and package it with the transformed figure instead of the model truck if you're a Transformers collector. How awesome is that? As this isn't mine, I will put it back to how it was when it was received. Being very, very careful not to damage the card back. Right, so let's have a look at the little Optimus Prime then. Now, it has to be said, this does have considerable heft to it, considering its tiny little size. It's a lovely little model. I do like it. It comes with a very, very nice pearlescent metallic paint. It's not just metallic, it's... I'm assuming this is how they paint their super treasure hunts, which is called Spectraflame. I'll describe Spectraflame just in case that's what it actually is. Rather than painting the model, they have a very highly polished metal, and then they use a lacquer, a coloured lacquer, to paint over the top. It's not a highly pigmented paint, it's a translucent, it's more like a varnish, a coloured varnish, and that's why you get the wonderful shiny metallic through it. It's because you're actually seeing the shiny metal underneath rather than paint. It's a varnish. Now, I'm not sure with this, because this does seem to be quite highly metallized, so it might not be Spectraflame, or it might be. I'm not sure. I'd have to do a bit of research, wouldn't I? Now then, inside the front there, we do have the two fists. Take them out. Now, I have to say, I look at those little pegs and I think, ouch, they look very fragile. I'll have to be very careful with this. Now then, let's see if this does transform exactly the same way as an original Optimus Prime, like I imagine it will. Oh, the foot drops down a little bit, which the originals don't do they? There's a certain looseness to them as well, which you don't get on the original. However, it does push firmly into place, so that's good. Yeah, this transforms exactly the same as the original Optimus Prime toy. Please don't be too stiff, I don't want to break those pegs. Firm but gentle. I'm not going to push them all the way in because I have to take them back out again, don't I? There we go. And of course, the head. There he is. That's pretty sweet, is that? I'm quite impressed. What do you think? I don't think the colours show up quite as well on camera as what they should, well, as they are in real life. That's because the highly shiny nature of it. It looks quite dark on camera compared to what it is in real life. But it's very nice, is that, isn't it? What do you guys think? Hey, what do you guys think? Lovely. Now this, if I remember rightly, this was a limited release that you had to get via Mattel, their own website, and I'm sure it was like £80 or something like that. I don't think this is worth £80. I'm fairly sure it's demanding twice that on the aftermarket, because we know what the aftermarket's like and we know what scalpers are like, don't we? But we live in a world where everything is overpriced, and the money that we have can help us achieve certain levels of happiness. And if £80 from this can bring you any level of joy and happiness, then I wholly support you in spending it. Sadly, this won't be available at Cosmic Toys. This will be getting returned to its rightful owner not long after this video has been filmed. Okay, so I think for a question topic, I'm going to ask you, which is your favourite A Transformer, and B, Hot Wheels model? Let me know in the comments below.